Sometimes you may need to negotiate with your boss or negotiate with others to probably cut the things that you have to do, your parents or whoever else. Do not try to negotiate with me. All right? You may have to negotiate to get things done. You all there? So sometimes you may have to negotiate to get things done, or else things do not get done. Things that you may need to do, but probably could be given to somebody else to do. Stuff like that. Right? Some people have the problem, like I said, of getting overwhelmed by default because they have a problem saying no. Anybody here have a problem saying no? Right? Now I have a problem saying no. Rizal came, he asked me to do one session, and I said, right, not here, sir, I'm going to talk him ill now. Not really. So I said, all right, I'll get it done. I can make the time to do it. Then a while after that, he came, he said, I want these 2 other sessions done. Well, I started to spin in my head, where am I going to get the time to do 2 other sessions? So I think we eventually agreed to do just 2 instead of 3. Tomorrow I probably had to come back and do something in project management or something for you. But so you have to be able to negotiate with whoever, and you always have the power to say no. But up to now, I still have that problem. I tried to do what I could do to help others. You know, everybody, I'm sure, tried to do that to some extent or the other. Just in terms of managing time, the kind of mindset or process, whatever you choose to do in terms of managing your time, try to link it back to your goals and your plans. So whatever goals, whatever plans you have for yourself on a daily basis, you should have probably like 1 or 2 activities that relate to your goal to get done. You all there? You may not be able to do many of them in one day, but try to do 1 thing or 2 things to put you on that. Yeah. Sorry?
I was saying knowing when to say no. Right?
Knowing when to say no, yes.
And generally, from a business perspective, you're talking about that is that your itinerary might feel that you have other things that are priorities, right? But suppose, like how about a race that came to you, right? As Muslims, we also know that we should not turn away our Muslim brother.
We should not, sorry?
We should not turn away our Muslim brother when they come to us for help.
Mm-hmm.
In that sense, it's very difficult to just say no to just anybody, because you shouldn't just say no. It shouldn't just be good to your Muslim brothers, but as to mankind as a whole.
Exactly.
It's like contradicting one another when you're looking at it at yourself.
Yeah. I think you have to find a balance too, because you have to earn a living. You will have bills to pay. So if at the time you have commitments, then you look for a way, like what I did is I tried to find a way to schedule around. So maybe I have to put this client out in order to facilitate the brother today or tomorrow, if you understand what I'm saying. But sometimes you cannot do everything that people ask you to do, because then you will have nothing of your own, if you understand what I'm saying. So alhamdulillah, you try to help within parameters. But at the same time, you will have bills to pay. You will have things that you need to get done, which you need to prioritize. You have a wife, you may have children to deal with as well. So like today, I negotiate with my wife, right? I said, well, send me with these 2 boys. You have to go class with the other one, right? So these 2 will come with me. All right? And then my nephew home, and my brother not there, so I took him to come here too. So sometimes you have to know how to negotiate around the situation and make it a win-win for everybody. So coming back here now, in terms of the mindset or the process, the advice is try to link back with your daily tasks to whatever goals or plans you have. Make a task list for everything that you have to do. Bucket it into categories. So like I'm saying, my categorization would be urgent, it would be important, and then other maintenance activities. And have a structure to it. So I'll show you how I structure a day in a while. Monitor during the daily task. So as you get things done, take it off. Put done, done, done. If you have to reschedule something, put reschedule. But as you tick done or finish, you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment during the day. You all there? And then you work towards getting other things done. That is another thing that will build your confidence. That is another thing which will build your confidence. Readjust and reprioritize. Life is not a flat line. Things will come up during the day which will cause you to have to drop some things you may have to do, or to transfer things to other days. You all there? You need to put that thing in whatever criticality it is and then deal with that first. You always put first things out. First. Stop that. Stop that. You're making noise. Yes. The last thing is, well, like I said, you need to tick off your tasks as you get through. Now, beware of time traps. Over here I'm talking about, we talk about procrastination. Another time trap is social media. A lot of people get caught up in that. How many people here are caught up with social media? So you find that you're always texting, you're always on the Facebook, you're on Instagram or whatever, right? And it's a very addictive thing. They actually socially engineer those things to make it addictive. If you look at some of these studies which were done before they actually developed Facebook and these things, they actually hired social scientists to develop. So that feeling you get when people like you or whatever is very, very addictive. You all there? Others like you. So they have a whole study and science behind that. So things like the chat software, constantly emailing, right? You need to pick your times of the day to email and respond to emails. You all there? Not during the day, the whole day, instantaneous responses. All right, some people get caught up in terms of time traps with TV, playing, liming, you all there? You need to have some, sorry? Liming. Riza, man don't know what liming is, boy. Liming is a Trinidad concept. It's a Caribbean word. You all use it in Jamaica. Yeah. So what it is liming means you're going out and you're socializing or hanging out with friends. Chilling out, right. Yeah. You might think of lime as a sour thing, right? In Trinidad and in the Caribbean, we think of it as sweet. Right? So a lot of people, these are some of the things. Nothing is wrong with probably looking at a little bit of television, getting news or whatever, playing a bit or liming, but you don't do it to such an extent where you get completely caught up in it and you do get your other priority things done. This one is also a problem, but it's reverse, which is called not switching off. Like me, I have a problem here. I don't really switch off. And this one has to do with some people, even though they may be going on a vacation, they still pull out the laptop and doing work. Or they're not, so basically you're not switching off when you should be off, or when you should be making time for family or whatever else. The problem here is that you're going to make yourself less productive when you do not switch off. You all there? At certain times. You're going to make yourself less productive when you actually get back to work because you never switch off.
So there's a concept. I find it very interesting and I use it all the time. It's directly related to not switching off. It's called Parkinson's law. And it states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So if you're charged with a task and you're told to do it in 10 minutes, it's going to take you 10 minutes. But if I give you the same task and tell you to complete it in 3 minutes, you're going to complete it in 3 minutes.
That's correct.
So we find that normally if you're at work or if you're doing something at home, some assignment, as much time as you have to complete it, you are going to stretch that work out to fill that time. So you have a work assignment, you have some homework, you have, whatever it is, you always wait from the start, from the moment you get it, up until that deadline, you're working on it right through. But if you understand how Parkinson's law can affect your timing, then you set strict time frames and you say, I'm going to take 10 minutes to do this. I'm not going to go beyond 10 minutes.
Right.
Whatever it is, I'm going to stop right there. And you arrange yourself so that you complete the entire task in that 10 minutes. But if you know you have a day, you're going to waste your time on it for a day.
Correct. So it requires some training, some effort and discipline. So actually I had a problem with one of my sons. So he actually preparing for SCA. So he picks up very fast, but his problem is he is a procrastinator. Right? He is a procrastinator. So what I had to do was to actually get... So what I had to do, I had to actually put a clock over his desk. And if you have this exercise to do, you need to get it done in 20 minutes or 15 minutes. And time him, yeah. Right? So sometimes it could help by actually you could use tools to actually train the person or train yourself to actually get back in that kind of time frame. So it is a matter of discipline. All right.
I have some advice, but I'm not saying strictly that.
Sure.
You know how like so typically like my tasks are documented or something.
Sorry, you.
Typically, most of my tasks would last an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So if I was to apply this law, timing it between, for example, Dhuhr and Asr or Asr and Maghrib is very convenient. So from my
Use the Salah times.
when I did do this on the rare occasion that I did, I found it to be very productive. But of course, for the most part, it needs some self-discipline to.
Yeah. Using the Salah times for your tasks. All right. Very good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Talking about not just switching off and also the thing that you're speaking about, right? Sometimes you say, okay, I have a specific time to complete a task, right? But you know you are capable of doing it in a faster time. And you might say, okay, I'll finish it in a quicker time and it's done properly and I'll get this amount of time free. But that won't work when you're employed by someone else, especially in accounting and what's not, because you have an amount of clients.
Sorry, we have a.
If you have an amount of clients to work for and you have a time limit, sometimes your superiors would put, as soon as they see that you are free, right, they would add on a little more to you.
Yeah, that's normal.
Personally, it ended up to a point where I was doing approximately 3 persons job a day. So what I did, I went on a long leave, and when I returned to work, I cut that in half.